Now let's look at this. How many different 4-digit numbers can be formed by arranging following digits 0 to 481? Now I am not allowing you to use everything between 0 to 9. I am only restricting you to use these 5 digits. And I need to make a 4-digit number. So how many options I have for the first blank? 2, 4, 8, 1. I cannot use 0 for my first blank, right, for numbers, because if I use 0 for my first blank, whatever I put in my rest of the 3 blanks, it will not be a 4-digit number. It will be a 3-digit number. That's why I have 4 options here. Digits are not allowed to be repeated, right? So I cannot use the digit I use already. So here I would have used one of these 4. So in the next blank, out of 2, 4, 8, 1, 0, I cannot use 0 in my first blank. Out of 2, 4, 8, 1, 0, one of the 4 has been already used here. So I cannot use that. Let's assume if I use 2 here, I cannot use 2 here. So I can use 4, 8, 1, 0. If I used 4 here, I cannot use 4 here, so I can use 2, 8, 1, 0. So I'll be left with 4 options. 3 options, 2 options. So this is 4 into 4 into 3 into 2. That is 96 is the answer. So I can make 96 different 4-digit numbers by using these digits. If digits are allowed to be repeated, right? So if the digits are allowed to be repeated, same thing, 2, 4, 8, 1, 0. I cannot use 4, 0 here. So I have 4 options. I have 5 options here, 5 options here, and 5 options here. That is 5 into 5 into 5 is 125 into 4 is 500 different 4-digit numbers can be made. Right? That's how we do if we have restriction on the digits that I can use. Not like 0 to 9, but only in this way. So let's solve problems. How many numbers less than 1000 can be formed using the following digits 0, 7, 8, 1, 2, and 4 if the digits are allowed to be repeated and not allowed to be repeated. So let's focus on the digits allowed to be repeated. Understand the numbers less than 1000 are 3-digit numbers and 2-digit numbers and 1 digit. Please keep that in mind. It's not saying 3-digit numbers less than 1000, right? It's saying how many different numbers are less than 1000 can be formed. So I have to look at 3-digit numbers, 2-digit numbers, and 1 digit as well. So how many 1-digit numbers do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So can I count 0 or not is a different question. You have to be maybe specifically write how many different natural numbers or whole numbers depending on which. So let me take it as natural where I don't count 0. So 7, 8, 1, 2, and 4, there are 5 numbers which are single digit that can be formed. 2 digits, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 options for my first blank and 6 options for my next blank. Because I cannot put 0 here. Here I can put everything 0, 7, 8, 1, 2, and 4. That's 6 options. Repetition is allowed, so that's why it's 30. The third one, again the same thing. In the 6 numbers, I can put everything except 0. The rest of the blanks, I can put everything including 0. So that will be 180. So the answer is 180 plus 30 plus 5. That is 215 is the answer. If the repetition is not allowed, right? 3, 2, 1. 1 will still be 5 because anyway there is no repetition. In this case, I will have 5 options. 0 is not counted. In this case, I will have 5 options because I would have used 1 digit here. I cannot use the same digit again. Leaving that, I can use any one of these 6. So that's 5 into 5 is 25. What about this? Same logic. Everything except 0 can be used here. 5 options are available. Because I would have used 1 digit here. Here, out of all the 6 options, 0, 7, 8, 1, 2, I cannot use 1 which is already used in the first place. I will have 5. I would have used 2 digits here, 1 and 2. I mean 1 digit here, 1 digit here. I cannot use 2 digits which are already used. Leaving those 2, I can use anything in the 4. So 25 into 4 is 100. So 100 plus 25 plus 5 is 130 different numbers. Right, that's how I should do this. The important point that we wanted to show is this, that less than 1000 is not just 3000. Don't stop it here. Also do 2-digit and single-digit numbers as well. How many different numbers can be formed which are in between 500 and 1000 excluding them using the following digits 0, 1, 5, 8, 9, 6. So repetition of digits is allowed. So 500 to 1000 excluding them, I am talking about 501 to 999. There are only 3-digit numbers. I have 0, 1, 5, 8, 9, 6 as options, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 digits. I have 5 options here, right? I can use 1, 5, 8, 9, 6. I cannot use 0 here. So I have 5 options. Digits repetition is allowed. So next case I can use all 6, 1 out of all 6, right? There's nothing that's stopping me from selecting even 0. 6 also here. So 5 into 6 is 180, right? So I can make 180 different numbers where the repetition of digits is allowed. But there is one complication in this. Oh, sorry, this is wrong. Why? because I cannot use all 1, 5, 8, 9, 6, 0. It should be between 501 to 999, right? I cannot start with 1, I cannot start with 0. I can start with 5, I can start with 8, I can start with 9, I can start with 6, right? 500 something, 800, 900, 600, all of them are between 500 to, so there are only 4 options, not 5 options. Remaining will be 4 into 6 into 6. This will stay as it is, right? So 6 into 6, 36 into 4 is 144 is the answer, not 180. You should not stop even here. There's one trick in this. Why? This is almost correct. There's one special case that is popping up. I am saying that 5 is accepted in my first digit, so I put 5. Anything is possible here and here, so I am also counting 500 in this case, right? In these 144 numbers, when I did this 3 blank approach and I did 4 into 6 into 6, I am also counting one number which is 500. 5 is put in the first blank, which is counted here in these 4 options. 0 is counted here, 0 is counted here, so 500 is also counted, which is not between 500 to 1000 excluding them. So the answer is 144 minus 1, that's 143. Just be careful on the endpoints. That's the only agenda, the reason why we have said this question intentionally. Just make sure that, are these endpoints causing any problem, and accordingly to it. If the repetition of digits is not allowed, okay, I'm not allowing you to repeat the digits. So 3 blanks. What are the options I have for this? 5, 8, 9 and 6, right? I can use one of these 4. What about here? I can use anything from 0, 1, 5, 8, 9, 6 other than what is already used in the first blank. So there are 6 digits. I've already used 1 here, so I have 5 options. And here I have used 1 here, one letter here, 1 digit here, 1 digit here. So I can use anything other than these two. 6 minus 4 is, I have 2 is 4 options. So the number of different is 4 into 5 into 4. That is 80. So I can form 80 different numbers which are between 500 to 1000 where the digits are not repeating. Should I do minus 1 here? No. Why? Because 500 is not counted in this case. Yes, 5 can be put here. If I put 0 here, I cannot repeat 0 here because the digits are not allowed to be repeated, right? So if I have 0 here, I won't have 0 here. So I will never ever count 500 in these 80. So I don't need to do minus 1. So it's simply 800, right? Just understand this so that you can do this type of tricky problems easier.